Well, hello there. You probably already saw the Tron clip and how I could just stand in harm's way with no real care in the world. So, let's go into what makes this build work. I'm gonna call this build the incoming nerf. So this build works around the idea that boosters are now auto pickup and the idea that Big Boom Blaster restores a really big part of your shield, 60% actually, and also has a really big chance to proc a booster, which is also 60%. So, big part of this build, the Big Boom Blaster. We wear the shield, and since I'm already spec'd, it's gonna be way higher than 4000 or so. The reason it's that high is because I'm already spec'd into Thin Red Line, reserves 60% of my health and adds it as shield. I'll go over the build in a second. The next thing we use is the Deathless. Deathless also reserves all our HP and gives us 100% shield capacity. So that, as you can see, makes the shield go even bigger. And then, last part, the Blood Leather, which also boosts Thin Red Line, so we get even more shield, and we can regen our shield whenever we gain any kind of lifesteal, or whatever healing. You can see the shield will now go about 32,000, I believe. Right, 32,000. So here is the build. I'm gonna start from the green tree and take it to the right. So, Cloud of Lead and Redistribution. Both great skills, just 6 points, easy to get, that's about it. You gain free ammo every 4th shot, and you gain free ammo whenever you hit criticals. Kinda. Well, you regen ammo, you don't get free ammo. You're not flak. Blue Tree. For Blue Tree, I just want to get a Vampire, a couple points in it. I'm not sure I really need it, because the grenade I'm using, the Moze's bouncing pair, kinda heals me on its own. But that's the idea basically, so I went for Fire in the Skag Den, nothing really interesting, but Means of Distraction really helps. Pull the Holy Pin, makes the Moze's bouncing pair do way more damage. I took Deadliness and Auto Bear in order to be able to reach Vampire. And now the big thing. So in this skill tree we got Armored Infantry, which gives us gun damage and damage reduction all the time. It says when our shields are active, but our shields will always be active. Vlad of Ingenuity gives us even more max shield, and we gain shock damage resistance, which is the biggest weakness of a shield build. Thin Red Line, we already talked about this. Drowning Brass, I just needed some point in order to be able to get down. Full Can of Whoopas doesn't really do anything for us, I just picked because it's a 1-pointer, but shield recharge rate and delay has no meaning for us. We only care about capacity, and we regen our shield via the boosters. Experimental Munitions, just free damage, so why not? 5 points in Desperate Measures, thanks to our comm, gives us gun damage up to 83% all the time. It says the lower our health is, but our health is always at 1, so we get the full bonus. Ideally, you might want to come with +3, so you can go up to 100%, and maybe not get a Phalanx Doctrine and somehow put 1 more point here, maybe remove 1 from Vampire, and go 5 points here. Phalanx Doctrine is mostly for mobbing. You kill enemies, you gain even more shield, even more damage, and you just face roll. As for mech weapons, I'm using rockets and a splinter, so I can destroy shields and then do damage. I hope you guys cannot hear that car that's ringing outside right now, honking, whatever. Alright, so you could use Auto Bear and use target softening for debuffing, so you can do more damage without caring, but I kinda like to use Iron Bear even a little bit, so I go for a Shock and Rockets, which is probably the biggest DPS in the game, or not in the game, the biggest DPS that Iron Bear can get. So that's the build. As far as guns go, I haven't really found anything useful. I got a really good Maggie that I cannot really use the anointment on, because the way Moze's action skill work, you cannot really spam it, but it's a good anointment either way. Western gun, good buff to this hotfix, it's pretty good. I have it for shields and for flash. I have the laser exploder here because it just got a good anointment, it's nothing really great. Ruby's Wrath, really good with Moze. You could also use a Freeman if you got that, but I really like the Ruby's Wrath. And this is Mox's bouncing prayer, which does this. Throws a shock, oh god. Well, this showcase is the booster thing as well. Kinda. So see, booster drops, we pick it. I didn't even move actually. There, see, I didn't even move. This one went way too far, so we won't really pick it. But if we move like there. So this is what made this build possible, and this is probably why it's gonna get nerfed, because 60% shield capacity, I don't even know if I can show you that easily. Let me try. There we go. See? Full shield. And this is how I actually stood up in front of Tron and his minions and didn't even care. Alright, so that's basically the build in a nutshell. I'm probably not gonna include many more clips, probably one or two. I'm trying to keep this a little bit shorter than the last build. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.